Hey, dearest friends, welcome one more day. As the days are passing, we are moving further also in the study of the shlokas and meaning of Geetha. Literal meaning we are seeing, sometime the inspirational meaning for our own lives progress, mainly the spiritual meaning. And always remember, though the theme is very sublime and complete and true, depending on our own intellectual capacity, we are able to understand fully or less or no, depends. So, as we make a habit of listening to these things, intellect's capacity grows, then we start understanding its truth, reality, and implications also. Then we get inspired. Oh, the life has to be lived like this for this purpose. So thus, good you are there regularly to expose to the Bhagavad Gita Jnanam given by Krishna, who is talking about what is the actual truth, what is the real reality, and how come this whole world is like this. More importantly, what we have to do by coming to this world. All this Krishna is slowly teaching us. We are listening. I really congratulate, appreciate you for your efforts. Then my gratitudes as every day that because of you I am able to study Bhagavad Gita. So today also let's have our beautiful session with three topics: Gita Shloka, as well as common sense thought, and Gita Dhyanam. First shloka yesterday we have done. Little left out in that, so we'll do that. Second also we take up. So let us start the day with our prayers like every day. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Shantakaram Bhujagashyanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gaganasadrusham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmikantam Kamalanayanam Yogihrit Dhyanagamyam Vande Vishnum Bhavabhayaharam Sarvalokaikanaatham. Along with our daily two shlokas of Sahanavavatu and Guru Brahma, we just remembered Bhagavan Vishnu. May He bless us in our life's journey of outer and inner successes. Beautiful. I was just listening to Prime Minister's lecture to ISRO scientists for that 1 hour. What an inspiration, what an information, what a beautiful way of putting it. So he gave the name Shiva Shakti to the point where it is landed. Tiranga is the name given to that Chandrayan, and then what it is? August 23 declared as the National Space Day. And what an appreciation, what a quotations from different Shastras. It's really worthy listening only. Listen. So may we all also that way through this scriptural knowledge. For our PM, whatever his greatness is only because of Shastra Jnana. All that jnana nowhere taught in school, college. So where he might have got it then? From the Shastra only. We are not Shastra, therefore we are zero about it. We are not taught Shastra. We have started learning here. We will also expand ourselves. The taste of Gita, if it really tastes to you, should make you thoroughly study Gita and should inspire you to study Mahabharata, Bhagavata, Upanishads. All of them are treasures and treasures of knowledge and wisdom of all sorts. Beautiful it is. Get that taste. Come to the intellectual level, then the emotional level of getting attached to the things, senses level of indulgence, body level of laziness. If one can transcend these three, cross these three, come to the intellectual level of wanting to know, wanting to know, wanting to know, then these are the treasure of knowledge that is there in our Shastras, Partijana. मजा आएगा. You will grow in your intellect's capacity to apprehend the entire universe as a one unit. And in that, what is the role of each, you will know, and you will know your own role also, and you will play it exactly, adding to the beauty of the universe as well as to your own self. Like India, growing itself and adding to the beauty of the whole globe. The scientists, after Prime Minister went away, so they were talking. Such a leader we want. He gave us so much boosting and inspiration. We used to have all the talents, but we don't have leaders to guide us. Now such one has come. We thank. It was so good. So the India has become itself growing and a trendsetter to the world. In the same way, each of you, by gaining the knowledge, practicing knowledge, growing in your own outer success, inner spiritual unfoldment, become an example, a contribution, a guide for the total's evolution also. I am sure you will do it. Okay. Now, after our prayers, out of our three topics, the first one is Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We just started a day back, day before, 11th chapter. The other day we gave introduction and made a whole chanting of it. Yesterday we tried to explain the verse number 1. Today 1 and 2 both we will see. Before that, the 11th chapter's name is Vishwarupa Samdarshana Yoga. So why it is Samyak Darshanam? Because very nicely, completely Bhagavan has shown. One reason. Second, very nicely, completely Arjuna has seen. Second. Third, very nicely, completely Arjuna has reported what he has seen. Samyak Darshanam. 4. Sanjay also described in the same way to Dhritarashtra. 5. Vyasaji also has written it as beautifully as it was. 6th, it is such a Samyak Darshanam that it gives a clarity of relation between the absolute Paramatma and a relative world. Because of these many reasons, it's called Samdarshana Yoga. With this practice of Vishwarupa Darshana and 10th chapter, we will have a clarity that everything is the divine only. Once the clarity comes as a conviction that everything is divine, our mind has no power now to play its mischief of so many nonsenses with which it's creating calamity to us also, to the world at large. Then we become asset rather than the liability. Okay, that's how the beauty of it. So Vishwarupa Samdarshana. So in that we have seen 7-8 topics of Arjuna thanking the Lord and saying that my delusion has gone with your teachings. Then asking the Lord to show that Rupa. Bhagavan starts showing. Then he understands Arjuna is in that Charma Chakshu Sthiti. So let me give Divya Chakshu. Then while Arjuna starts seeing, Sanjaya describes this to Dhritarashtra. Then Arjuna also sees her. Then he explains the whole Rupa he is seeing. Then in that the terrible form when he sees her, he just feels frightened and all. Asks the Lord for excuse, etc. Then he says, please show me that earlier the simple Rupa of you, O Lord. This is so terrible I can't see. Bhagavan comes in the Chaturbhuja Rupa. And he says, it is very rare for everyone or anyone to have darshan. Only who are great devotees to me, that they get this darshan of me. So in this way, 11th chapter gives so many of information details to that us. And every chapter finally should inspire us to become spiritual, inspire us to understand spirituality, should inspire us to take up that sadhanas. That's the main purpose. Along with the world. Therefore, worldly goals are temporary, ending, lot of competition. Therefore, they are definitely they give frustration. If there is no spiritual goal, then we should have gone only for it. But when you have a permanent goal of spirituality that can be gained, that promises of giving infinite happiness and bliss, so why you are held up only in the worldliness and suffer? You do that at certain age, up to 55, 50, 55, 60. Okay, go through the gamut of life. After that, you have seen the whole world and its taste. Now try for the permanent, that is spirituality. So that's how we have to make our life very properly planned and work accordingly. Clear? Now let us do the chanting of first two shlokas. Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Geetha Sharanam Mama, Sri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Sri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama Sharanam Mama Sharanam Mama. ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अथ एकादशोऽध्यायः विश्वरूप संदर्शन योगः। अर्जुन उवाच। टू श्लोकास् फोर टाइम्स। ओम मदनुग्रहाय परमं गुह्यमध्यात्मसंज्ञितं यत्त्वयोक्तं वचस्तेन मोहोऽयं विगतो मम। 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 सेकंड वन। भवाप्ययौ हि भूतानां श्रुतौ विस्तरशो मया त्वत्तः कमलपत्राक्ष माहात्म्यमपि चाव्ययम्। भवाप्ययौ हि भूतानां श्रुतौ विस्तरशो मया त्वत्तः कमलपत्राक्ष माहात्म्यमपि चाव्ययम्। भवाप्ययौ हि भूतानां श्रुतौ विस्तरशो मया त्वत्तः कमलपत्राक्ष माहात्म्यमपि चाव्ययम्। भवाप्ययौ हि भूतानां श्रुतौ विस्तरशो मया त्वत्तः कमलपत्राक्ष माहात्म्यमपि चाव्ययम्. How wonderful are these shlokas and the chanting of it. I just always visualize you all youngsters with proper tone, without any spelling mistakes, in big, big groups and numbers, chanting these shlokas. And you all having heard these classes, you know the pakka meaning of all these shloka. And that meaning, understanding of the shlokas gave you such a dignity, such a maturity that you understood now what are your duties and responsibilities, and living life according to Gita, you are making your lives so exemplary and beautiful. I always visualize this one in that most dignified, sober form that I know Gita, I am following the knowledge of Gita, which gives success to individual and total, external and internal. That knowledge of Bhagavan given Gita is basis to my life, basis to, for my life, base for my life, and I'm thoroughly have knowledge of it because I heard from so many people, Mahatmas, Gurus, and I am master of it. है ना? Imagine that joy for yourself. Like again, I'll for next 6 months I will refer every day this example. See the 1,000 scientists there in ISRO celebrating the landing of the our Vikram there. See the glory of them, है ना? Their great achievement. Now imagine all of them just have gone for pubs and parties and drinks and smokings and watching TVs, eating and sleeping like buffalo and going with the friends, moving here and there. क्या ये achievement होता है? Can we see that special glow in them? And do you want to, in which group you want to be? A group of great achievers like our ISRO scientists, or a group of the useless vagabonds who trouble themselves and waste all the resources in their life? देख लो, मर्जी तुम्हारी है. आई एम नॉट इन वन ऑफ दोज पीपल हु टेल्स यू तुमको ऐसा करना वैसा करना. यू हैव इंटेलिजेंस, यू आर सच ए वाइज फेलोज. गीता ज्ञानम दे रहे आपको, अब तुम डिसाइड करो. Hana, look into yourself with this knowledge in you, living that knowledge, getting that successes, getting that appreciations and applause from the world. How beautiful that would be. The other way is what this fellow na, doesn't know anything, never does any job, also every failure, and with all failure, still he has all negativities only in himself of all the passions and greeds. This is a good for nothing, useless. भगवान ने इसको क्यों बेचारा बेवकूफ को बना के भेजा इस दुनिया में. If those words you listen, what do you like? Which of these two? देख लो, अपना जीवन है, अपने को संवारना है. पहले अपने आप को देखकर आनंद आना चाहिए. Then let's the world also be benefited in our presence. Okay. So Vishwarupa Sandarsana Yoga Arjuna Uvacha. So yesterday I focused on maybe also what is Arjuna, why he is given the great knowledge by Lord himself as a guru while doing the charioteering is Rujutvat, Arjunatvat, Arjanatvat. So this is how our life has to be. All that we discussed. No, I will not tell. Which are the topics that are covered in 11th chapter? That also I said just now. Now straight away we go to the shlokas. In the first shloka, the 50% I have explained also. Just a refreshing of that and going further. Arjuna says to Krishna, and he explains, okay, that he has heard all the knowledge from the God and it has removed the confusion from his head. From his head, the delusion has gone away. So he's feeling that, he's experiencing that. The lot of clarity regarding my identity, lot of clarity regarding the world at large, lot of clarity regarding the Lord and his presence, lot of clarity regarding the situation which is in front of me and its magnitude or magnanimity and my role in that. All these clarities have come. When you were listening to the ISRO chairman, so as he was talking yesterday, Chandrayan ho gaya, abhi Aditya one we are doing, Gaganyaan be planned hai. By 2025 we will see our Indians will be landing in the moon. What a clarity, because there's a picture of all the scientific knowledge and the people who are there as resources and the supports they receive, and all of that put together, these things can be achieved greatly. That is in confidence in him. मोह नहीं है उनमें. Even Prime Minister also, there is no moha in his speaking. What is ISRO, what are his achievements, all of that clarity in life. Arjuna is saying that. And he is adding some beautiful things to his what he wanted to say. So what did he say? Word by word meaning, mat anugrahaya, to bless me. Paramam guhyam adhyatma samnitam yat vachaha uktaha. Paramam, supreme, guhyam, secret, adhyatma sangitam, spiritual, vachaha, the knowledge, the words, uktaha, what is spoken by you, vachaha. Yat payoktam vachaha, what vachaha uktaha by you. Tena, by that, mama mohaha vigataha, my confusion, delusion has gone. That's why I said yesterday, Geetha is the one to remove the confusion and delusion regarding our inner and outer lives, goals and achievements. Arjuna is saying that. Okay. Now one by one we saw yesterday, Mad Anugrahaya, that it is Arjuna has no arrogance. He says, hey Bhagwan, giving Gita Jnana to me is your Anugraha on me. Okay. So therefore it is only God's, Guru's, parents' Anugraha that we have spiritual knowledge, we have Vyavahara knowledge, we have survival in this world. बिना भगवान गुरु माता पिता का अनुग्रह कुछ नहीं होता. Point 1. Yesterday we have spoken all that. Very important talk we spoke yesterday on this word was, when we do the graha, then only we get the anugraha. So you do the graha of coming to Gita class, then you get the anugraha of Gita Jnana. You do the graha of being obedient to your parents, the anugraha of their taking care of you happens. If you do the graha of the Guru, from then only Guru gives the anugraha by giving you Gita Jnana. When you do the graha of Bhagavan through upasana and all, then only it does the anugraha for your outer inner success. Therefore, unless we go for the good or bad, the results of happiness or misery, they themselves won't come. So let us stop doing the graha of the bad. छोड़ दो. बैड को पकड़ो तो आग्रह होता है, गुड को पकड़ो तो अनुग्रह होता है. तो लीव द बैड, होल्ड ऑन टू द गुड, देन द गुड विल ब्लेस यू. तो अनुग्रह चाहिए क्या? यस, ग्रह करो अनुग्रह आ जाए. ग्रह मीन्स टू होल्ड, ग्रहणम पकड़ना. तो हमको पकड़ना है, तभी जाकर वहां से मिलेगा. Like in your own friend circle, relative circle, a good person is there, a wise person, very talented, living, helpful. Hey, but if you don't do the graha of him, why will he do the anugraha? He doesn't need. He's busy in his own doing anugraha to those who come to him. Like a good doctor is there in your city. So he is there. You are a problem. You have a disease. So unless you go to him and do the graha, how can you do the anugraha of diagnosis and treatment? Is it understandable why I'm explaining all this yesterday and today? Because without grace of God or Guru, success won't happen. But without our holding to them, grace will not come. I'm generalizing anywhere. You took the help of the science, graha, then science is anugraha. He is blessing you with so many discoveries and making life comfortable. है ना, हम साइंस का हमने हेल्प लिए, पकड़ा हमने उनको, एंड वी वेंट ऑन डूइंग रिसर्चेस. देयर द साइंस इटसेल्फ इज ब्लेसिंग अस विथ ऑल दीज कंफर्ट्स. इन दैट वे ग्रह करो अनुग्रह होता है. दिस इज माय रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. अर्जुना ओनली, when Duryodhana, Arjuna, both of them went to take help from Krishna. Duryodhana went first, but he first stood at the left feet, then he went and sat at the head level. Arjuna came second. And he saw, thank God, a chair is there at Krishna's feet. He sat there. Krishna, when they opened the eyes, he saw Arjuna first. Because पाँव के पास से देखा उन्होंने, ये तो सर पे बैठा था. Ask why did you come? Both came. We are now decided to find war. We need help from you. So Arjuna says, Krishna says, Duryodhana says, two options are there. I give my 10,000 Narayani Sena and I am one side. Either of it, you choose it. Duryodhana says, मैं पहला आया हूँ. भगवान कहते, you might have come first, but I have seen Arjuna first and he is younger to you. So let him be given a choice to select. Duryodhana is worried, what will I do with Krishna who will never hold any arrows and any of the weapons? So Sainya only I wanted. He was afraid, already lost hope. He felt very bad with Krishna. Why did he give that chance to Arjuna first? बट अर्जुन कहते हैं आपके नारायण की जरूरत नहीं है. आई नो हाउ टू फाइट. यू बी देयर विथ मी, दैट इज एनफ. Duryodhana was more happy because thank God Krishna without weapon is useless. Arjuna, the Narayani Sainyam 10,000, that is more useful to me. So that Sainya goes to Duryodhana, then Krishna with Arjuna. Dekho, Krishna did not lift the bow and arrow weapons, but entire protection from the moment of Yuddha started till the end, Krishna only gave to Arjuna. Basically, the first one is through Geetha Jnanam. Immensely, he is energized him, encouraged him, inspired him, and empowered him. Because Arjuna has chosen him. अर्जुन ने भगवान को मांग भी लिया, फिर उनको ड्राइवर के भी मांगा, फिर उन्होंने कहा दोनों के बीच में ले जाओ, एंड उन्होंने पूछा कि मेरा ये डाउट है क्लियर करो. So everything is Arjuna's graha, 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 and Krishna's anugraha, anugraha, anugraha. So don't be lazy and arrogant that let them come and teach me. No, be humble and dynamic. Go and learn lessons. Go and take the help from wherever you need for your own life successes. Okay, go to the temple. Do the upasana, japa, Bhagavan will give the anugraha. Go to the elders, talk to them, ask the solution. They'll do the anugraha by giving solutions in that way. Samadha anugrahaya. So then, vachaha uktaha. The words spoken by the Lord so far in 10 chapters. So those words are given with 3 adjectives. Guhyam, Paramam, Adhyatma Sangitam. Paramam, Guhyam, Adhyatma Sangitam. We have seen. Paramam means they were about the supreme reality or truth. When it is known, you get liberated. That is why the Paramatva of those words or teachings. Beyond that, there is nothing. Paramam means supreme, great, ultimate, sabse badhiya. Paramam Vachaha. Bhagavan said also, Bhuyeva Mahavaho Shunume Paramam Vachaha. Name Vidu Saraganaha. All that he said. Then Yoma Buddhi Jnanam Moha Kshama Satyam Damasyama. All of those qualities have come from me, maintained by me only. Bhavanti Bhava Bhutana Mateva Pratak Vidaha. All that. Paramam Vachaha. So I told yesterday, the Paramatva of the words depend on the theme that is spoken, the theme being Bhagavan himself, therefore Paramam Vacha. So Madanugrahaya Paramam. Then Guhyam, I told you, any number of times it is told. But unless one is tuned to it very keenly, deeply, the knowledge neither comes to us nor it sustains with us. That is why it has become Guhyam or secret. So Guhyam. Third is Adhyatma Samgnitam. See, remember, entire in Sanatana Dharma Shastras are all Adhyatma Shastras. First, Adhyatma Shastra means are related to the Atma or the self. Adi means related to. What is the meaning of that is two things. Only two I'll talk. So I can talk on this for hours together. One is what? Adhyatma means first you set right yourself. Then automatically the world sets for you. That way of thinking is called Adhyatmikata. Without doing this way, the other way around, I let myself loose with all licentiousness and then I try to set the world outside. It will never happen. And in this way, if everybody is trying to set others and themselves not setting them right, allowing them to live licentiously, will ever be the effort of setting the world right become successful? But instead of that, yaad karo, I have set myself, you set yourself. Without any extra effort, the whole world gets set. Now, this is called Adhyatma. Everyone, when he becomes Pakka, then the whole world becomes Pakka. And I am not becoming Pakka to myself, I am trying to improve you. You are improving me. And both are not improving each other or one's own self, world remains same. That is the logic behind the importance of the Adhyatmikata. In this Adhyatmikata, two things are there. At the matter upadhi level, Sharira, Mana, Prana, Buddhi, Indriya. All of them have to be energized, synergized, integrated, etc. Second Adhyatmikata is about the Lord or the self beyond all this. Now, second meaning of Adhyatmikata is what? This self in me alone is the self in all, and that self is not two. When you discover that, then what happens? I see myself everywhere. Anything is not other than me. Then only when there is something other than me, the problems of likes, dislikes, quarrels, fightings come. So therefore, this Adhyatma Jnana, where I know myself and I know the self of all as also myself, has permanent solution for all the struggles and miseries in life. That means Adhyatma Sangnitam. That's what I quoted you yesterday. Bhagavan has taught how to see him in the whole world. He has taught how to do that sixth chapter Dhyana Ityati. He has taught how to do the Karma Yoga outside to purify inner heart. So पूरा अध्यात्म 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 का अर्थ क्या है? मैं अपने ऊपर पहले ध्यान देकर अपने आप को सेट कर कर ओके देन किसी को हेल्प चाहिए तो मैं बाहर निकलूंगा वो भी अध्यात्मता के लिए दैट्स कॉल्ड अध्यात्म जीवितम सो गुह्यम परम अध्यात्म संगीतम वचः that you spoke to me tena because of the words my delusion has gone away, my confusion has gone away. And if you see in the chapter 2 in 7th shloka, Arjuna, while crying, this is what he said. Karpanya dosha upahata swabhavaha pruchhami tvam dharma sammudha chetaha. I was deluded in my mind as to what to do, what not to do. So what is the best to be done? Yat shreya syat nichitam, firmly decide karke bruhi tadme. Please tell me, O Lord, te shishyaham ham shadi. I am your disciple, teach me. I am your devotee, instruct me or order me. Tvam prapannam mam anushadi te shishyaham. Shishyasteham shadimam tvam prapannam. Protect me, I have surrendered to you, you are a God. So to teach me, you are a guru, I have surrendered to you as a disciple. But here he said, Dharma sammudha cheta. I'm confused. So the confusion is localized, whether I should fight the war or not. But the knowledge given by Krishna in the entire Gita, even up to 10th chapter itself, is that it will never allow the confusion to come at any stage of life, at any place, at any time. That's the beauty of this so far studied 10 chapters, that never ever you will have any confusion or moha. Therefore, moha ayam mama vigataha. Delusion is gone away. Okay, just 4 5 moha removals. I'll just talk to you. First moha gone away is I am not related to them as the grandson or son or disciple, etc. Then I am a kshatriya, came to fight the war. One moha gone. That also to establish dharma. Second moha gone is about them also. They are no more my friends, relatives. They are the counterparts, the opposition people who have come for fighting the war. Okay. Third moha has gone away is the war should never be fought for one's own victory and gaining of the material things and enjoyments. War should be fought by a kshatriya for the establishment of dharma. That also moha gone away. The fourth moha gone away is what? It is a Lord who places us here, and as a service to Him, devotion to Him, we have to perform wherever we are placed with the duties that are given. That clarity also came to me. तो व्यक्तित्व मोह चला गया, व्हाट इज द वर्ल्ड एंड द पीपल अराउंड उसका मोह चला गया, कर्तव्य का मोह चला गया, फल का मोह चला गया. So no confusion, no misunderstanding in me. See the great achievement of Arjuna because of studying Gita. तो आप भी 2 4 बार पढ़ो मेहनत से, मेच्योरिटी से, फॉर योर माइंड ऑल्सो द होल कंफ्यूजन गोes away. You will be able to clearly understand the whole world, yourself, your role in the world, all the world's purpose, world's reality, the real reality behind the world. ये सारे हमको पता चलेंगे. No moha. So the whole shloka, therefore, it is Bhagavan's anugraha that Arjuna is freed from his delusion. Means he is now clear regarding his kartavyata. Okay, now the second point is what? Very, very essential is Bhagavan's grace. Don't expect in the form of getting material things. Because with the confused mind in the heart, in ourselves, how many of the get material glorious things are given to us by God? We only make misuse of them to trouble ourselves. Therefore, real grace of the Lord is knowledge, which removes delusion. After that only, there is a meaning for the life. There is a meaning and purpose for whatever is given by God later on. पहले हमको ज्ञान पाकर मोह से दूर होना है. दिस इज व्हाट फर्स्ट वी हैव टू गेट एज ब्लेसिंग्स फ्रॉम भगवान. Without knowledge, with complete confusion and delusion, whatever is with us, we will only misuse it to destroy ourselves, exactly as what we are doing now. है ना? The mouth is given, the mind is given, the body is given, senses is given, but delusion is there as to why they are given, what is to be done through them. Therefore, we are doing those things because of which we are ending up only in miseries, only in bondages, only in diseases, only in sufferings. Therefore, भगवान से क्या प्रार्थना करना चाहिए? As Arjuna said, धर्म सम्मूढ़ चेताः यश्रेयस्या निश्चितं ब्रूहितं मे शिष्यस्तेम शाधमान्तो अहं प्रपन्नम. Same thing we have to say, hey Bhagwan, please remove all in all delusion from my life and give all in all clarity at every level and every moment, that I am no ambiguous about, I am not ambiguous about anything. Everything is crystal clear, conspicuous to me. Every moment of my life is with thorough understanding and thorough knowledge. Let me live like that, so that not even one place I put a wrong step. Because wrong steps are such one wrong step is enough. Like when you climb to Kedarnath and all, you are walking through between two mountains. One wooden thing is kept. One wrong step is enough. You just will fall in Kedarnath, collected in Devaprayag. है ना? वो अलकनंद मंदाकिनी में गिरेंगे तो वहां कलेक्शन हो जाएगा. So sometimes one small wrong step can lead to drastic sufferings. So therefore, when we have clarity, there is no moha nahi hai, clarity hai, तो समस्या नहीं होगा. Ask the Lord for that. है ना? Right from the gross confusions of which school, which college to join, which subject to take, वहां भी हमको कंफ्यूजन होता है. फ्रॉम देन ऑनवर्ड्स होल पर्पस ऑफ लाइफ क्या है, पर्पस ऑफ द वर्ल्ड इन फ्रंट ऑफ मी क्या है, पर्पस ऑफ ऑल फ्रेंड्स रिलेटिव्स एटसेट्रा हु आर देयर इन माय लाइफ, व्हाट इज इट, अबाउट एवरीथिंग वी हैव टू हैव द क्लैरिटी. Without the clarity, we are in delusion. With delusion, we only do the wrong things. Like, why do you go to college or school? If you don't have the clarity that I'm going to school, college, I am for two purposes. One is to learn the subjects. Second is to learn the art of learning, to keep up the art of learning, because the learning is endless, requirement of knowledge also endless. So for this purpose I am going. If the clarity is not there, then you go to make friends, you may go to make fun of others, you go to make your own teachers, professors insulted. You just go there only to waste your own life. How many are not doing like that? So to when you join an office, नौकरी दिया गया है, you have to have a clarity there. If you don't have clarity, if you are in delusion, then you only for the sake of money put the hand under the table and you are caught by camera, and then you are put suspended and removed from the job. Instead of, if you know that they have given me the job, I have to work honestly, loyally, with all my dedication. When you do that, then you get promotions, salaries, increments, incentives, everything मिल जाएंगे, bonuses. Married, you should have the clarity. If you are a boy married to girl, so she's your wife. If you don't know your relation to her, her relation to you, and mutual relation of that marriage bond, then you only think that for the ego satisfaction, for my own selfishness, I married her, or she says I married him. Then such people can't stay together. As long as they stay, they only quarrel with each other. But the clarity is what? The two individuals come together to drop all separate differences and get united with one bond, that we are wife and husband now. Then it as a unit now, they personally first they make their life beautiful. दोनों का, then serve this parent, serve that parents, then get next generation, serve society. तो इस तरह से विवाह का लक्ष्य है. अब बिना उसको जाने, only for external attractions and only gross body flesh level attraction, if one gets married, it is not married, it is marred only. It is marred, not married. In this way everywhere हमको मोह नहीं होना चाहिए, क्लैरिटी, स्पष्टता होना चाहिए. So Arjuna says, mat anugrahaya, to bless me, paramam guhyam adhyatma sangnitam yad vachaha uktaha tvaya tena mama moha vigataha. मदनुग्रहाय परमं गुह्यम् अध्यात्म संज्ञितं यत् त्वया उक्तं वचः तेन मोहः अयं मम विगतः. I have no confusion now what to do, I am clear. Okay, second shloka again, he just gives the topics of what he has heard from Krishna. Let us do that. Bhavapyayo hi bhutanam shrutau vistarashah maya tvattah kamalapatraksha mahatmyam cha avyayam. So, Kamalapatraksha, this way Arjuna is addressing Krishna. Oh Lord, whose eyes are like the lotus. कमल के पत्र, petal of the lotus की तरह जिनका आंख है. हे भगवान कमलपत्राक्ष, oh Lord Krishna, again, श्रुतौ विस्तरशः मया. In detail from chapter 2 onwards, is heard by me from you. What is that? Bhutanam bhavapyayo. That is what I heard by me. And also seen by me and heard by you. Avyayam mahatmyam cha. The imperishable glory. So what is the meaning of bhava apyayo bhutanam? Bhava means creation. Apya means dissolution. Bhutanam of all the beings and things of all names and forms. Tvaya vistarasa shrutahu. By from you I have heard it clearly. Where we have heard it? In the 7th chapter, Bhagavan told, this is apara prakriti ashtadha. Then the para prakriti jiva bhuta. Making these two as a basis, I create the whole world of beings. बता दिया कि नहीं? एतद् योनीनि भूतानि सर्वाणि इति उपधारय अहं कृष्णस्य जगतः प्रभवः प्रलयः. We have seen it in the 5th and 6th shlokas, 4, 5, 5th, 6th shloka of 7th chapter. And again in the 9th, in the beginning only he said, Mayadhyakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam hetunanena kaunteya jagad viparivartate. So this how bhava and apya of the creation are, of all the being, are heard by me. Tattaha, because you talk to me, you explain to me. This is one meaning of the sentence. Second meaning is tvattaha means from you, bhutanam bhavaha apyayo maya vistarasaha shrutaha means from you I have heard, it is heard by me about the coming of the beings and going of the beings. So what is the meaning of tvattaha here for the second meaning? Tvatta means from you and because of you. पहला मीनिंग था कि आपके मुख से मैंने सुना क्रिएशन डिसोल्यूशन कैसा बनता है. दूसरा मीनिंग आपसे क्रिएशन कैसे बना मैंने सुना, और I have heard that now that from you the world is created, in you the world is staying, into you the world goes. Why? Again in the 9th chapter, the shlokas 3 and 4. है ना? इदंतु ते गुह्यतमं प्रवक्ष्याम्यहं स्वविज्ञानविज्ञानं विज्ञातमोक्षस्वात् राजविद्या राजगुह्यं पवित्रमिदोत्तमं प्रत्यक्षावगमनं धर्मे सुसुखं कर्तव्यं. फोर्थ एंड फिफ्थ, अश्रद्धाना पुरुषा धर्मशास्त्रपरन्त्वा अप्रमयां निवर्तन्ते मृत्युसंसारवर्त्मनि. नाउ द फोर्थ एंड फिफ्थ, मया ततमिदं सर्वं जगत् अव्यक्तमूर्तिना मत्स्थानि सर्वभूतानि न चाहं देशोऽस्थितः न च मत्स्थानि भूतानि पश्य मे योगमहेश्वरम्. We have explained very exhaustively at that time. So tattah bhutanam bhava apyayahu iti maya shrutam. It is from the Lord only all the names and forms are manifested. Which Lord? The Lord who is pure consciousness existence. And in him only they are staying, going back into him. तो दोनों को कंबाइन करो तो from your mouth I heard the whole world, how it has come from you, staying in you and going into you. तो दोनों को मिला के. The first meaning is from your mouth we heard how the world is created and dissolved. Second thing we heard that the whole world has come from you only dissolving into you. दोनों मिला के we have heard from you, Lord, that how the whole world comes from you, stays in you, goes back into you. So हे कमलपत्राक्ष त्वत्तः भूतानां भवाप्ययौ मया श्रुतम्. Second is the most important one. What is what? Mahatmyam च अव्ययम्. Mahatmyam means glory also of you. What is the glory of you? Avyayam. That in spite of the whole creation is made with millions of varieties and their growth, birth, decay, everything is happening. Even they are dying, dissolution. Yet you as you are always avyaya, non-diminishing, non-decaying, non-destroyed, non-disappearing. That's what the Avyaya Mahatmya of Bhagwan. Bhagwan is Avyaya. That itself is his Mahatmyam. Like millions of waves come and go, bubbles come and go, tides come and go, but the ocean remains same. Avyaya hai ki nahi ocean or the water, let us say. So that is the Mahatmya of the water, that it can become as a ocean or river or cloud or ripple or bubble. It as a water remains as it is. So too, the Lord, though has projected the entire world from him, yet he is Avyaya. He remains as he is. He has not gone into any change or disappearance or destruction. Like the one wood made into 10 doors and 20 windows. Yet it is avyaya because in every wood, door and window, wood is there as it is. Like the gold is made into 1,000 ornaments. Yet it is avyaya because as a gold in every ornament it is there. Perishability तो नहीं हुआ ना मिट्टी को when it became घड़ा. So that's the meaning of avyayam mahatmyam also I have understood about you. So what is the very crux of this point? Crux of this point is from the Lord the whole world comes, stays and goes back into him, has his own play or leela. When this is happening, the Lord in his own pristine original form, he never goes through any change or modification. He remains as it is. This is a powerful knowledge of the second shloka. So little more I'll touch upon and then take the third one tomorrow, in which third and fourth भगवान को अर्जुन पूछता है I want to see your Vishwarupa. Can you show? If you think I am deserving, you show me. That one we'll cover tomorrow. Thank you. We'll stop today. Now come to our second topic of the day, the common sense thought. The mind's mischief of making us stand and live life head down, legs up, and therefore all sufferings. The intellect should come into picture and make us live life, not as fancied by the mind, but as told by the God. What is the meaning of it? Is so simple. Ki, we are all human beings. Yeah. So how do we stand in life? How do we stand? What? So what a funny question you're asking. Yeah, you tell me. We stand on our feet. Acha, do you stand on our feet? Yeah. So what else? We have only the legs to stand or anything else are there? And what are you talking about? Hands also, legs also, stomach also, legs, chest is there, head is there. Anna? Acha, okay, now I ask another question. Tell me the sequence of all your parts which you told now. Parts told are Okay, we'll start from here. सबसे नीचे पाँव है. Le- Then little above that is the organ of reproduction है. Above that is the tummy is there. सबका वही होता है. And उसके ऊपर क्या है? We have our heart or the chest or the दिल्लू. और उसके बाद क्या है? We have unfortunately head. अब देखो, again I am asking question. Tell the other around. Which is top and which is bottom? How many times you ask Swamiji? I am telling you now, the top is head. The second one is my chest or heart. Third is the tummy or stomach. Fourth are the genital organs. Fifth are the legs. Okay. Now, if this is the case, which should be given importance in our life then sequentially? And what we are doing now? Is it not? We are, as a human being made by the Lord, are in structurally like this. But functionally, we are doing ulta only. Which is the top? Head. Na? So if head is the top, what is the job of head? It is to gain knowledge, no? No, are we giving priority importance, top importance to the knowledge? अब देखो कितने लोग आ रहे हैं गीता सुनने. One or two. Then what is below the head? Is the chest or the heart? What is the place of the heart? Seat of emotion and love. Na? Then comes the third part called the stomach, which is concerned with all the food, etc. Then comes our own physical bhoga at the genital organ level. That is the last one, fourth one it is, not the first one. First is head, second is heart, third is stomach, fourth is the lower one. But how we are living life? Are we not living exactly the ulta? First, kama bhoga vikara is given importance. Second is filling the stomach is given importance. Then only the third one, the love or the value or emotions, etc., are given, and the knowledge is never given. I'm talking about knowledge is the values, the scriptural knowledge, etc. Therefore, are we not physically, structurally standing as told by God, given by God, but functionally we are ulta? This what is the mischief played by the mind. माइंड कहते हैं पहले काम भोग करो फिर भोजन करो. अब इतने में ही बंदा पूरा थक के मर जाता है अर्थ काम में. There's never time comes to him to have even emotions and love in which you are concerned about others, like especially the children. When mother gives food, you eat and go and sleep like a buffalo. They never take the plates, etc., to sink at least. They never even ask mother, father, mama, आपने खाया क्या? मैं इस परोसूं को क्या? These children are living at the animalistic level. Sometimes people live even after 50 years of marriage. That buffalo man never asks the wife कि तुमने खाया क्या नहीं. He always thinks that he only should get the food. He'll have not of emotion to ask about her. A wrong, misguided personality by himself. Like that, hundreds of examples I can give you. So the bring the intellect and do this change in our lifestyle. First importance to wisdom, dimag ka. Second importance is to the love, etc. Then only the filling of your belly. And the fourth one is only when it is necessary. And it's only necessary at the time of producing children, more than that, nahi. But the mind got intoxicated into it, got totally into it with various habits and misguidances, as if the stomach and the below thing are the only purpose of life. लिटिल बिट हार्ट होता था पहले, अभी वो भी चला गया. अब दिमाग तो बहुत पहले से खत्म हो गया. Therefore, stand erect as a human, live life also like that. Priority to the knowledge of scriptures, then the devotion to God, then the feeding stomach of everyone, then becoming productive, creatively and constructively. That's what one should visualize and plan and live. Now, all this information, guidance comes to us only through Shastra. But सुनते रहो इसलिए पढ़ते रहो फिर दिमाग बढ़ता रहे. ठीक है? Think about this. Structurally we are like this, but behaviorally we are ulta. That is why all sufferings are coming. Change our priorities, you will see the mind becomes beautiful and joyful. Let the intellect guide the mind in this regard. Let not the mind dominate the intellect. Okay, so this is our common sense thought for the day. Now come to Geetha Dhyanam Shloka in our chanting of the shlokas. So, yesterday I told you it is Gita Dhyanam, glory of Gita, understood in mind so that we develop respect for Gita and study Gita, gain that Jnanam, mold our life according to that Jnanam and get success for ourselves and become an asset to the world. So glory of Gita क्या है? पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितम. So it was given to Partha Prataputra Arjuna. Okay, the four importances of Arjuna are what? One is he is Kshatriya. Second is he is the lover of the Dharma. Okay. Third one is he is one of Nara Narayana. Fourth one is what? Partha means pa artha. Pa means Parama Purushartha. Parama Purushartha is moksha. Artha means the one who deserves or desires. So Arjuna is four in one. Four in one. One is the desire of the supreme truth. Second is what? He is one of Naranarayana. Third one is he is a seeker of the dharma. Fourth is he is a kshatriya. That who wants to win over the negativities. So this is the meaning of Partha. Prathaputra Parthaka. To that Arjuna, this knowledge is given and he got awakened. That's the glory of this Jnana. Second, who gave this knowledge to Arjuna? Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam. Bhagavan has not sent any messenger. We don't have messenger prophets only in Hinduism. We have the Lord himself coming and teaching. So Bhagavan Narayana himself gave this knowledge and awakened Arjuna. Therefore, the listener is glorious. Therefore, the subject is glorious. The speaker is glorious. Therefore, the subject is glorious. Subject is Gita. Gita's glory. That's called as Gita Dhyanam or Gita Mahatmya. So, Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam. Third one, Vyasena Grathitam. Who has incorporated it in its Mahabharatam? None other than Bhagavan ka ek rupa, Bhagavan Vyasa himself. Just now we saw in Gita 10th chapter, last but one shloka mein, what is that? Vrishninam vasudevosmi pandavanam dhananjayah muninamapyaham vyasah कवीनामुशना कवि. सो मुनियों में मैं व्यास हूँ, वार्ष्णेयों में मैं कृष्ण हूँ, वृष्णियों में, एंड इन पांडवास I am Arjuna. So therefore, the listener is Bhagavan only. Because listener is Arjuna, Arjuna is Bhagavan. Spoken person is Bhagavan only. Because who gave is Krishna, Krishna is Bhagavan. The one who composed or written is also Bhagavan, because the one who wrote in Mahabharata is Vyasa. Vyasa is also Bhagavan, because Muninam api ham Vyasaha. So this all three tells that the giver is Bhagavan, receiver is Bhagavan, writer is Bhagavan. All of that makes the what point conveyed? The glory of Bhagavad Gita. You know why Bhagavad Gita is glorious? Because the giver, listener, writer, all the three are Bhagavan only. Parthaya Pratibodhitam, Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam, Vyasena Garitam. And who is Vyasa? Purana Munina, who is famous for Puranas, Itihasa and all that. And where is it? Madhya Mahabharata. Madhya Mahabharata means two meanings. One is in the Mahabharata Shastra in the Madhya Bhaga. Second, in the Mahabharata Yuddha between Kauravas Pandavas happening in the central portion when they assembled Krishna and Arjuna, that time Bhagavan gave. So all these are understood. Now, what is the purpose of the 701 or 700 shlokas of Gita? Only one thing. Advaita Amrita Varshini. Therefore, Bhagavati. Great divine, because Advaita Amrita Varsha. So Gita's final solution, final communication is given, final gist and essence knowledge is the nectar of the Advaita. Advaita Amrita Varsha. I will not explain it much, though it's a very important topic. Only two things I tell you. One is what? Wherever there is Dvaita or duality, there the quarrel and suffering you can't avoid. If you want to avoid the quarrel and suffering, only one way is the Advaita. The non-dual discovery or recognition. How many times I gave the examples during study of Gita only at 6th or 7th chapter, if you remember? Like, in my body, how many parts are there? Different one of them. But is there any comparison, competition and ladai jagda between them? You can never imagine that. Why? Because though the parts are many, but what is working through each one of them is one individual only. And all of them together are working for one only. Like in the Chandrayaan 3 mission. How many different department scientists are there? To look outside, there is Dvaita. But all of them had one project of landing Vikram in Moon. Because of the oneness of the Advaita, they synergized and they cooperated, coordinated, and reached out. Is it not? That Advaita Jnanam Bhagavad Gita gives us. Like you have 10 friends. You all such a gelling friends. You laugh, giggle, sing, enjoy. Suddenly a fellow which your group doesn't like comes. Immediately your joy, everything goes away. Don't you become like a serious fellow? Why? Because with that person you have a Dvaita. Is it not? Like in the train also. General compartment ये होता है. All those are inside the already compartment are in Advaita. But the fellow who wants to enter into it now, he is somebody other than. They don't allow him to come. और somehow धक्का मुक्का करके वो आ ही जाते हैं अंदर. They all look at him with a funny face. And slowly they start talking to each other. कुछ परिचय बन जाता है. Then all that enmity goes away. They become friends and there's no fighting with each other. Then at the time of that sleeping, you can see जब थक जाते हैं, में इसके सर उसके गोद में है, उसके पाँव इसके गोद में है. Why? There's no more Dvaita now. With that fellow we entered. But again, the next station, and another fellow is going to come. These all fellows become Advaitin and they see Dvaita in him. Therefore, they push him away to come. Is it not? Like all Telangana, Advaita. But with the Andhra, they have Dvaita. But both of them are Advaita because both are Telugu. But they have Dvaita with Kannada or Tamil. But all are South Indian, again the Advaita. But they are Dvaita with again others, Punjabi वगैरह ऐसा कहते हैं. But when you go into foreign country, we are all Advaita, we are all Indians. Then their Dvaita again India, Pakistan, China, Japan. But when you go to the European countries, we are all from Asia. When you go to the Chandamama, there's no difference. We are all from Earth only. And wherever the oneness is discovered, there all problems go away. Wherever the oneness is not discovered, the manyness is established. You cannot avoid problems. That is the purpose of marriage. Marriage is Advaita. You are not equal, you are one. When you are one, how can there be a problem? As long as they think they are one, there's no problem. The moment she and he dominates or does some nonsense, then Dvaita starts, then tu me. Is it not? Political, you can see. Cutter opposite party be for some particular project or defeating the ruling party, they become Advaita. And इतने प्यार से बोलते रहते. Sometimes the main party, एक ही party के लोग, for some small reason they fight, then the Dvaita develops, then that gives all misery. So Advaita Amrita Varshini, Bhagavad Gita talks about one Paramatma who is permeating the whole universe and tells us, look the whole universe from that standpoint, basically. Thereafter, play in the Dvaita as it is required. Keeping intact the Advaita Jnanam, play in the Dvaita. Like I know I am the only one permeating in the whole body, Advaita. Then keeping that intact, I play the Dvaita role, wherein the legs are for walking, the hands for working, the nose for smelling, ears for listening, eyes for seeing. Every one of them are doing their own different work, but I am there in commonly all of them. Is it not? Like ISRO is common, Advaita. In that each scientist under that banner working in their own department, then accordingly they are creating great projects. Understood now the value and importance of Advaita? Two examples I give of the body and the train, keep it in mind. So Advaita Amruta Varshini, Bhagavati, therefore she is divine mother. Ashtadasha Adhyayini, she has got 18 steps as 18 chapters. And our commitment to her is Amba, O mother, Twam, to you Anusandadami. Every day I will refer to few of the shlokas, and Swami is teaching us without break from last how many days? 328 days. 328 days हो गए. एवरी डे हम पढ़ रहे हैं, एक दिन बीच में छूट गया बिकॉज ऑफ कोरोना और समथिंग. त्वाम अनुसंधामी, अनुसंधान. See, Anusandhana is what? Tuning, Anusandhanam is research. In every of the companies or the any of the thing, there is one Parishodhana and Anusandhana Samstha. R&D कहते हैं उसको. Research and Development. So Anusandadami means I tune to you and I research the meaning given by you and I follow it for my own benefit and world's benefit. This doing this pratigna is called as Amba Tvam Anusandadami. Ye Bhagavad Gita. When you do the Anusandhana of Gita that way and live the life of Advaita Amrita, then Bhavadveshinim, Bhava means misery, Bhava means fighting, Bhava means frustration, Bhava means suffering. Dveshini, it will never be there. That suffering, the misery, the frustration will never be there in a person who having done the Anusandhana to Lord Gita Ji, Gita Mata, and learns the Advaita Amrita and lives that Advaita Amrita. When he leaves the knowledge of one without second, there will be no bhava or samsara or dukkha. That's how the purpose of or the power of this shloka. So let us chant Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashaadhyayinim Ambatvamanusandadami भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम ओम गीता मातु अनुग्रहेण गीता उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोध सिद्ध्यर्थम पुराणे इतिहासोक्त भगवद्भाव दर्शन प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति द्वारा विश्व कल्याणार्थम अस्मिन् कर्मणि निष्ठितानां दिग्विजयार्थम युवानां च शक्ति साधना संपदा प्राप्ति द्वारा संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थम तेषां हृदये देश धर्म शास्त्र गुरु माता पितु प्रति भक्ति प्राप्ति द्वारा जन्म धन्यता प्राप्त्यर्थम गीता ध्यान अंतर्गत प्रथम श्लोक से पारायण वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे ओम ओम पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम् ओम पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीं पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीं पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीं पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्. This Gita Dhyanam Shlokam, common sense thought, live life as Bhagavan made us, human being, head first importance, heart second, the stomach, then the below things. Don't live life ulta and destroy yourself and misguide the world. Mat karo ye. Then in our Gita we have learnt how Arjuna says, by listening to your nectarine words of Paramam Guhyam Adhyatma Sangitam, my delusion is gone away and I have understood how the whole world has come and going back. It has come from you, it is going back to you, yet you remain as you are. So this is the Guhya Jnanam I have gained. Now that Bhagavan is me only. I have to get into that identity that will slowly be taught to us from 13th chapter onwards. This is how today's our Gita, common sense thought, and also our Gita Dhyanam. Thank you, friends. Om Durjana Sajjano Bhuyat Sajjana Shanti Mapniyat Shanto Mucheda Vandebhya Muktaschanyan Vimochit Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Mritangamaya Om पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः बोल श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय गीता माता की जय वेदव्यास भगवान की जय समस्त गीता आचार्य गुरु परंपरा की जय आज के आनंद की जय सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंदा थैंक यू